Hello everyone, welcome to the next class on the data structures using C++. In this video lecture, we will be exploring the next concept, that is the sorting the elements of the array. Sorting basically refers to arrangement of the elements in the array in some order, that is either in ascending order or descending order. So in ascending order, the elements are arranged in a form of smaller value to the larger value. In the descending order, the elements are arranged in an order which are in decreasing order. So from larger value to smaller value. So in ascending, increasing order, in descending, decreasing order. So the various methods that are applied onto the sorting the elements into the array are bubble sort, shell sort, selection sort, heap sort, and insertion sort, etc. So in this particular class, we will be having a look on to the insertion sort algorithm. Insertion sort works by using the basic criteria, which assumes that the very first element in the array is in order. So now let us see the graphical user interface. The first element, which is considered as sorted, will be compared with the list of unsorted elements. If it is find smaller, it will be arranged in proper position. Okay, each time the sorted array will increase in size, as you can see, and unsorted array decreases in the size. So at the very first, you will assume that the first element is sorted. So elements are arranged in ascending order by using this algorithm. As you can see, the first element is assumed as sorted, and unsorted first element will be taken and it will be arranged proper position. Next unsorted part, first element arranged in proper position. Unsorted part, next element arranged in proper position, so on. So the sorted part is going to increase. At the end, all the elements will be sorted. So as I already told you, the first element of the array is assumed to be in the correct position. That means we will assume that the indexed value 0, or the element which is present at 0, is in order, is arranged in order. So the next element is considered as the key element, that is unsorted part. Next element is considered as the key element, and it will be compared with the elements before the key element. That means it will be compared with the sorted part. So unsorted part, first element will be taken and it will be compared with the elements that are there in the sorted part. Unsorted part element compared with the sorted elements. So and it is inserted in its correct position wherever the position of the key element lies, and that particular element will be placed at the position there itself. Okay, so that is how the insertion sort will work. Considering the graphic image, here the first element is considered as sorted. Next element will be taken and it will be compared. This element will be shifted and it will be placed at proper position. Now the sorted part has increased. Unsorted part, next element placed at a proper position. Okay, next element unsorted part is this one. Next element will be taken, compared with the sorted element, placed at a proper position. Okay, next sorted part will increase. Unsorted part, very next element will be taken, compared with the sorted element. Again, next element will be taken, placed at a proper position. Unsorted part, next element 2 will be taken, compared with the values in the sorted element 8, 7, 6, 5, and when it is compared with 2, okay, then it goes around the position of the index. Then 4 will be taken from unsorted part, compared with the sorted elements. Each element will be compared and its proper position will be seeked as, and it will be inserted into the correct position. So this is the working of the insertion sort, just like you are playing the cards. Okay, you are playing the cards in the festivals like Diwali and all those. You will play the cards in home for your enjoyment. So all these cards can be taken and placed at a proper position. So each time, as you know, the elements are taken from the unsorted part, compared with the sorted elements, and placed at its proper or correct position. Because the first element is considered to be sorted, the comparison needs to start from the index called 1. Okay, so I value begins with 1 and moves till n minus 1. Why we have begin the value of I is equals to 1? Because in the insertion sort, the first element, that is indexed value 0, will be considered as sorted. That means it is already arranged in order. So the process of unsorted array begins with 1 and goes to n minus 1. Next, the value of j, where the comparison needs to be done with the sorted part, begins with the value of the I. The j value consisting of the I value is going to represent the very first element which is there in the unsorted part, and it will be compared by using the loop to the sorted part. The sorted part element is represented by j values which are before j, and unsorted part is considered in the I, that is j value will be checked against the lesser elements, that is that a of j is less than j minus 1. Going back, 6 you have, 6 will be considered as the sorted part. The very first element will be taken, 5 will be compared with 6, that is minus 1 element. If 5 happens to be at 1 position, 6 will be at 0th position. So element which is there at 1 will be compared with the element 0, because j value is equals to value of I. Initially the value of I is nothing but 1. So it should be greater than 0 because, or greater than equal to 0, because there are no elements in the negative scale. So if you write it greater than 0, 0 minus 1 is minus 1, where the index minus 1 does not happen. So it should be, the j value or the repetition should be greater than or equal to 1, because no negative indexes can be represented by using a of j minus 1. So temp is equals to a of j, temporary variable. If the element that is there at the right hand side becomes less than the left hand side value, considering if the element which is there in the unsorted part becomes lesser in the sorted part, the shifting has to be done. Going back, you have seen 6 will be considered as the sorted part, 5 will be taken as key element, it will be compared with the sorted part, then shifting has to be done, okay, after comparison. This shifting is done by these 3 statements. I hope you remember the program in the first year where we have written swapping of 2 variables or interchanging the values of 2 variables, where we have written temp is equals to A is equals to B is equals to temp. See over here also, temp is equals to A, this is A is equals to B, this is B. So this is A and B. So temp is equals to A is equals to B, and B is equals to temp. That like that we have written the 3 statement, that is interchanging the values or swapping up of 2 values. Now each time we take up the element, it should be compared with the previous values also. For that sake, we have did j is equals to j minus 1. I will show you where it is. Now 3 is taken as key, it should be compared with 6, then movement, it should be compared with 5, then movement, then it will happen here. Then 1 it is taken, 1 should be compared each time. So it is moving to 6, it is moving to 5, it is moving to 3, that means it is decreasing in the index value. Okay, so that decrease is being shown by j is equals to j minus 1. Okay, so this is comparing 2 elements, that is sorted element will be compared with unsorted part. If the unsorted element is less, interchanging the values and moving to the less indexes or moving to the sorted part once again until the value of j is greater than equal to 1. The comparisons and the shifting will be done. So in the legend we have A as the name of the array, which consists of n elements that are unsorted, arranged in some order. Sorry, not arranged in order. Okay, I and j are the looping indices or looping variables which indexed or which points to the looping value 0, 1, 2, 3, n minus 1. Okay, from 0 to n minus 1. The algorithm that we are writing over here is going to arrange the elements in order. This is arranging in ascending order by using the insertion sort algorithm. Let us move to the Turbo C++ and see how the program will look on the insertion sort. So here we are going to write a program to arrange the elements or sort the elements in ascending order by using the insertion sort algorithm. So first we will be including the header files. The two header files that will include commonly is iostream and ponyo.h. The class we will be creating, the class name what we will call it as sorting, we will call the name of the class. In the class we will have the data members and the member functions. The data members will belong to the private section. So integer type of array m, which can store at most 100 elements. N is the size of the array that I require. In the public section, I will be having the member functions. The member functions are used to get the information, that is get data. And the next member function is sorting the elements in some order, sort. Then the next is the display function that are going to define outside the class. So the first function we are going to define is the get data. It belongs to the class called sort, and the name of the function is get data. It is having return type as void. So void sort, that is name of the class, triangle method what we are following. So first we will ask the user to enter the size of the array, that is how many elements he wants. Okay, how many elements he wants into the array. That is nothing but the size of the array. So cin, I will take the n as a size, and again I will ask the user to enter the elements, of the array actually. So enter the elements, we will take it in short. Then the elements need to be entered are going to index from 0 to less than n. Each time it is going to increase by 1. The input that we are going to take is cin m of I. I is a subscripted variable, or the variable that denotes the subscript. This is all in the get data. The sort plays an important role where the sorting has been done. So sorting, scope resolution operator, the name of the function that we are going to use is sort. There is a lot of difference between sorting and sort. Sorting is the name of the class and sort is the name of the member function. This member function is going to sort the elements in some order. Temporary variable and j variable will be taken here or declared inside the sort. Looping begins, the algorithm starts. I value will begin from 1. I told you why it is going to begin from 1, because the very first element we will consider it as already arranged in order, that is sorted order. The very first statement is j value will be initialized to I value, because it has to take up the sorted part and unsorted part and then start the comparison. The comparison will continue as long as the value of j is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, greater than 0 also you can write greater than 0, because equality you left, greater than 0 will also hold true. So in this, the repetition that we are going to do is, we will compare the element which is present at m of j, whether it is less than the element which is m of j minus 1, the element is compared. If it happens to be lesser value, then the swapping or interchanging will be done. Temp is equals to m of j, that is temp is equals to a type. M of j is equals to m of j minus 1 semicolon. M of j minus 1 is equals to temp, that is a temporary variable which we have stored. So this is the swapping which is done, and the value of j is decreased by 1. J is equals to j minus 1 also you can write, or you can even write j minus minus. Okay, both holds same value. J is equals to j minus 1. So after that we will close the loop. This is closing for the loop. Okay, that is while loop. This is closing for the for loop, and this is closing the function. Okay, all this will be arranged in order. So this is the sorting mechanism that we will follow. Important one, because the logic plays an important role over there. The next function that we are going to define in the class sorting, that is belonging to the class called sorting, is the display. The display function will display the elements after sorting. So I will display the statement elements after sorting are, the elements will be displayed. Okay, so for displaying the elements I want repetition or looping up of values. Okay, for that I will write a looping statement for I is equals to 0. Here it begins with 0. Only in the algorithm it begins with 1, less than n I plus plus. The values are displayed with the cout. The elements are represented by m of I, and each time there will be a space between each element that is being displayed. Okay, so here the functionality of the class has got finished, but the main program is to be written still. Void main. The void main, you know what we will do? We will create the object. The object will be created for the class sorting. S is the name of the object, clearing out the previous output window. The object is going to call the function s.getData, that is object name dot function name. Then we are going to call the next function sort. Okay, then the last one, that is display value, will be called. Okay, I have made one error. Let us see how it takes and how you will find the error. So close, save the file. File will be saved first. Saving the file. Save the file with the name of the class. Okay, so in the lab you can save with a different name, but here we are saving the name of the file so that we can remember it very easily. Compile the program. You'll find one error. I told you already, we'll find one error. Read out the statement. Display is not a member of sorting. Okay, the spelling display is wrong. Y has gone capital. So we need to make the changes. After making the changes, we'll again compile the program. Compile it. No errors are been found. After removing all the errors, save the program. Again, then run the program for the output. Arranging the elements in some order. Let us consider there are 7 elements that need to be arranged in order. The elements are 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10 that need to be arranged in order. You see they are arranged in ascending order: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. So this is about the sorting using insertion sort. Thank you.